What's up, Tottenham fans? Hold on tight because there's a bomb coming from Italy. Are you ready? The board has their eyes on a Juventus centre-back who could be the most impactful signing of the window. We're talking about a potential arrival worth £52 million that's going to make noise in the market. That's right, you heard it, 52 million. If this isn't a demonstration of ambition and desire to compete at the top, I don't know what is. Stay with me until the end because this news is on fire and you can't miss a single detail of this negotiation that could completely transform our defence. Let's go. According to my sources and reports coming from court offside, the 27-year-old Brazilian has now emerged as one of Tottenham's primary targets for the January transfer window. The club hierarchy has made it crystal clear. Defensive reinforcements are the top priority and Bremer is the name at the very top of that list. Now, let me break this down for you properly, because there's a lot to unpack here. Why Bremer? What makes him so special? First things first, Thomas Frank absolutely loves what this player brings to the table. We're talking about a centre-back who ticks every single box: physical dominance, exceptional aerial ability, and real composure on the ball. In Frank's system, where we need defenders who can step out, carry the ball forward, and dominate physically, Bremer is seen as the ideal fit. Even though we've got Mickey van de Ven, Christian Romero, Kevin Danso, and Rodu Dragusin already in the squad, Frank clearly wants that extra layer of world-class quality at the back. And honestly, after some of the defensive lapses we've seen this season, you can understand why. If you love Tottenham as much as we do, smash that subscribe button and join our journey to 900 subscribers together. Let's back the boys. The Fabio Paratici connection, this is key. Here's where it gets even more interesting. Fabio Paratici, our strategic advisor who knows Juventus inside out from his time there, has been pushing hard for this deal. He knows Bremer quality firsthand. He was there when Juve signed him from Torino. That insider knowledge and those relationships in Turin could be absolutely crucial in getting this deal over the line. Paratici has a proven track record of pulling off deals in Italy, and having someone with his experience and connections negotiating directly with Juventus could be the difference between this happening or not. He speaks their language literally and figuratively and understands how the Bianconeri operate when it comes to transfers. And this is important, it won't be easy. Juventus are under no financial pressure to sell. Bremer is one of their prized assets, contracted until 2028. And sources at the club are saying it would take an irresistible offer to make them even consider letting him go. We're talking about a fee well above €60 million, that's around £52 million to convince the old lady to part ways with their defensive rock. For context, that would make him one of the most expensive centre-backs in Tottenham's history. And there's more competition brewing. Manchester United and Chelsea are both closely monitoring Bremer's situation as well. So if Spurs want to land this one, they'll need to move fast and decisively. The injury situation timing could be everything now. Here's something to consider. Bremer has missed a significant chunk of this season through injury, just 5 appearances so far. Some might see that as a red flag, but I see it differently. If Juventus are willing to negotiate because they need immediate reinforcements and Bremer needs time to get back to full fitness, that could actually work in Tottenham's favour timing-wise. Plus, if we can get him in January, he'd have the second half of the season to integrate into Frank's system and build chemistry with Van de Ven and Romero. That adaptation period is crucial, and having those extra months before next season could be invaluable. What this means for Tottenham, the bigger picture, this potential signing tells us a lot about where the club's ambitions lie. A £52 million investment in defence during the January window? That's not just squad depth, that's a statement signing. It shows the board is backing Thomas Frank, it shows we're serious about competing at the highest level, and it shows we're willing to spend big to fix our defensive vulnerabilities. And it's still a big if we can pull this off, we'd be looking at one of the most formidable defensive units in the Premier League. Imagine a rotation with Bremer, Romero, Van de Ven, and the others. That's real depth, real quality, and real competition for places. My honest take as a Spurs supporter and analyst. Look, I'll be completely straight with you, this is exactly the type of signing we need to be making if we're serious about challenging for major trophies. For too long, we've watched our rivals strengthen in January while we've sat on our hands or brought in squad players. Bremer represents a different approach entirely. Here's what excites me most. This isn't a gamble on potential or a punt on a young prospect who might come good in 2 or 3 years. This is a proven, elite-level defender who's operated at the highest level in Serie A and the Champions League. He's 27, right in his prime years, and he brings exactly what we've been missing: that commanding presence, that authority at the back, and crucially, the ability to stay fit and play 40 to 50 games a season when healthy. The tactical fit and why this makes perfect sense from a tactical perspective. I genuinely believe Bremer could be transformative for us. Thomas Frank wants to play a high line, He wants defenders who are comfortable in possession, and he needs players who can win their individual battles. Bremer does all of that. He's aggressive, he reads the game superbly, and his passing range would allow us to play out from the back with real confidence. Pair him with Romero's tenacity or Van de Ven pace, and suddenly we've got options. We can adjust our defensive setup based on the opponent, we can rotate without dropping our level significantly, and most importantly, we won't be one injury away from a defensive crisis like we've been in previous seasons. That depth and flexibility is absolutely crucial if we want to compete on multiple fronts. The financial aspect is £52 million worth it. Now, I know some of you will look at that £52 million price tag and wince. It's a lot of money, especially for a defender who's missed much of this season. But let me put this in perspective, we paid similar money for Romero, and he's been absolutely worth every penny despite his occasional madness. We invested heavily in Van de Ven, and he's already showing he could be one of the best in Europe. Quality costs money, and in today's market, an elite centre-back in his prime is going to command these fees. Would I prefer to pay £40 million? Of course, but if the choice is between paying £52 million for a player who genuinely elevates us or missing out entirely, I know which option I'm taking every single time. We can't keep penny-pinching when our rivals are spending big. The reality check what needs to happen. Here's the thing though, we need to be realistic about the challenges here. Juventus don't want to sell, we're competing against clubs with massive financial power, and January is always a difficult window to get deals done. This isn't going to be straightforward, and there's a very real chance we end up missing out. But what I will say is this: the fact that we're even being linked with a player of this caliber, with these price tags being discussed, and with genuine intent from the club, that tells me something has shifted at Tottenham. We're not just window shopping anymore. We're identifying the best targets and going after them properly. That's the mentality we need, win or lose on this particular deal. So here's the main takeaway from today's update. Tottenham are preparing a major defensive overhaul, and Gleison Bremer has emerged as the primary target, a £52 million statement signing that could transform our backline. The club is ready to make an irresistible offer, but competition from United and Chelsea means we need to act fast. Fabio Paratici's connections could be the key to getting this done, and from where I'm standing, this is exactly the kind of ambitious, quality-focused move we should be making. Now, here's my question for you. Do you think £52 million for Gleison Bremer is money well spent, or should Tottenham focus on other positions in January? And more importantly, do you believe we can actually beat United and Chelsea to his signature? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you want to stay ahead of every transfer update, every negotiation, and every exclusive detail about Tottenham, hit that subscribe button, smash the like, and turn on those notifications. This channel is your direct line to fast, reliable, and exclusive Spurs news. We're building the best Tottenham community on YouTube, and I want you to be part of it. Let's go, Coys!